positioning. Some people call the first skill stance, I call it positioning. And then I have, those 4 ingredients are real important. Head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. Head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. Everybody on my team or in the camp that I'm doing, they, will keep, drilling that through. So it doesn't matter, whether I'm in a, square stance, whether I'm in a staggered stance, whether I'm in my, double leg position, when you hear head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. Head on the outside singles, head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. Head on the inside singles, obviously, head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. Leg in the middle position, head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. Whether I'm behind a man, head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. Whether he's behind me, I'm going to head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. Really preaching that positioning, because if you have a wrestler that doesn't understand that, then you can't teach him a move. It's like, you go to camps and you'll say, oh, coach, what do I do from here? What finishes, what moves can I do from here? Well, and you have to tell the kid, nothing. I can't teach you any moves from there. Because until I can teach you any move whatsoever, until I can teach you one finish, you first have to get in a good position. So the first thing you have to, get through to kids, and it's hard to sometimes, is how important position is, not only on your feet, but in every aspect of wrestling, whether you're bottom wrestling, top wrestling, having that head up, even when you're on your bottom, coming into this, head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent, all those kind of things. So, concentrate on positioning, and I explain to them the positioning concept, and when we go to drill, we drill from everywhere. We don't just drill position from your feet, you'll drill from all the positions. So then, of course, and I'll go through some of these real fast, because I know you've gone through them, but just to show you how I try to incorporate into your system. Then you get into motion. Of course, motion becomes not only on your feet, but you're motion, moving around into here, you're moving forward, you're moving sideways. And you can get into the details with them about which foot move first, and when you're moving this way, moving that way, and moving forward, and things like that. But I also talk a lot about motion once you're in any position. So if we're in a double leg position, before I start learning how to do finishes here, I got to learn motion. I got to start moving. So I'm going to move this way. I'm going to move this way. And I'm going to be turning this guy. And it's the same thing from here. It's the same thing from here. It's the same thing, from here. I'm going to be getting motion. It's the same thing, from here, motion. And it's the same thing, with me. So it's very important that we talk about motion, because mainly I notice when I get very good wrestlers, that's where the first breakdown of the move occurs. They'll have great this, great that, and they'll get in on a great double, and then they stop. There's no motion, okay? He starts his motion first, right, and now all of a sudden, I'm in trouble. So if you can get kids to, once they get into their position, established position, now I must establish motion. I got to get moving first. And just the opposite, if I'm defensively. He's in on position first. What's the first thing I do? If I'm like this, or whatever, the best thing is first, I got to establish position. Once I establish position with the head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent, now I can start working on motion. So whoever gets this going first, if he moves first, he dictates the motion. If he shoots and just sits there, and all of a sudden, I'm moving first, then I'm dictating motion. So we tend to rush right over those two first skills, but in reality, it might be the most important things you can teach a kid. Establish the position and start moving. Start moving. Getting you dictate some motion after you establish position. Don't do anything to establish position, whether it's here, start some motion. Get this guy moving. And it'd be the same if I was here. First, establish my position. Now I'm going to try to get some motion. Okay, going from a switch or a roll, whatever. So, we work a lot on those first couple skills. I beat it to death. I really do. I beat it to death, beat it to death, beat it to death, and we just keep boom. So then once we go through that, then we start talking about level changes, obviously, and then again, not just on your feet, you know, just, when we level change on our feet, throw in another skill, the scissors. Everybody knows what that is, but we practice that. You know that split scissors where, you know, your feet, it's the best way to level change from, you know, your feet position is doing, you know, the split scissors. So we do a lot of split scissoring all the time on our feet when we're level changing. Also, in the concept of level change is trying to not let it think that it's just going down. The level change could be anything. If Mark's in on a double on me, a level change could be moving up. He turns the corner and comes up. Right. That's a level change. You know. So level change could be any time you change your level. Lots of times on like he hits me in a front headlock situation. For me to get out of this, boom, I got a level change. Now I might have to level change again, you know, to get out. So in good wrestling, you'll see level changes, 2 and 3 level changes before a guy gets a takedown. So talk a lot about changing your level, and what basically most of the time it's getting to get your body back in that into that position. So I could start motion and then change my level again to finish a move. So level change is important because it lets people know what they have to do. Now, of course, if in a coaching aspect, I have a wrestler that's wrestling like this, and when you feel that his positioning's bad, you just yell, position, position, position. Now he's got to figure out, okay, head up, butt down, elbows in, knees back. Head up, butt down, elbows in, knees back. You know, instead of yelling, put your chin up, put your toe, you know, instead of getting real detailed. So if he's here and this guy's sprawling out, I got to yell position, 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 motion, motion. You can yell a couple simple words without yelling, you know, move your knee, go, do something like that. And plus, you yell the same words all the time. You know, position, 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 motion, 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 level change, level change. And he gets sort of drilled into thinking, okay, that's what I'm going to go into that. And most of the time, they'll figure it out if their head's down here, you know, and they're holding on to the single. You got motion or position, and start, you know, doing that. Okay, so it gives you some one-word yelling techniques that you can yell to your kids while they're wrestling, and you try to do that with all your skills. So you have your level changes. We'll talk about that a little bit. Penetration, you know. Again, penetration is. I went through whole phases on this in my coaching career, right? The inside step come out, boom, this is it. We're gonna inside step everybody in my team's we're gonna go down there, we're gonna be spinning like this, and this guy's gonna go like this, and that whole inside step series, and you know, you get that tape and you watch the heck out of it, and you pick every little detail of inside step series, and you think, we're gonna inside step everybody. And then you try to incorporate the whole thing into your wrestlers, and some kids they just don't get it. They just don't do it. They might pick one simple thing up from the inside step, you know, one simple thing, and drilling the rest of it was useless. We spent about an hour and a half of practice drilling an inside step series, and all of a sudden, you have 2 kids who do 2 variations off an inside step, you know. And then you'll say, okay, then the sweep series became, you know, popular. And I had an 18-pounder once who was just great at the old, you know, I call it a sweep here. Boom. He used to do this, and Frankie could do it to both sides. And boom. And then he'd had a million moves where he'd, you know, come in here, and this guy would switch, he'd come over here, and he had a whole series of sweep stuff. And so I said, yeah, that's it. We're going to turn into a sweep team, because inside step, you got to get under people, and it's so hard to be explosive, and you're just not fast enough to just sweep. Anybody can do a sweep. That's the most simplest, you know, penetration step you can do, and we'll all be sweep. You know, go with the sweep. And then I found out you can't do that, you know. And so basically, you know, the penetration, which had me baffled for many years on which was the correct one and which one was the best one and which one was this, to a point now where I show all of them the simple the technique of the knee over toe or inside step where you step, drive, deflection, turn, you know, and I'll go over that, and I'll tell kids, inside step, or, you know, you might use an inside step for your, you know, doubles. You know, you might inside step, you know, for, you know, firemen. You know, a lot of guys are good at inside stepping at high crouches, although you got to be extremely fast and quick to do a head outside single from inside step. And so I'll go through that, and I'll go through the sweep series. Then we have what we call an outside step is when you're real tight and you just do this, you know, where I put this foot out. That's our third, you know, penetration. You know, so we work that. And that's a lot for your ducks and for high crouches and real close wrestling, okay? And then lately we've been sort of doing a combination of one where we sweep here and then step across, because you're seeing a lot of this now where you're, you know, cracking down on that leg. And so we sort of call that a cross step, where we come out here, we step to the outside, but we drive the knee to the inside, and then we end up, you know, coming this way. So you're sort of spinning on it. So we call that a cross step. And then the double knee drop is another skill we put in. It's not necessarily a penetration step, but just being able to come from where your feet are, doing that, you know. And when you're getting real tight, you know, just, you know, getting that guy where you just sort of, you know, disappear, you know. And biggest thing is it's not this, where your feet, your knees go ahead. It's more, you know, your knees place your toes, you know, in any position. It's a good skill to learn because it comes in a lot of lifting situations, okay? So basically, those are our penetrations. So I'll have our guys, when I say, okay, stance, motion, level change, penetration. Sweep penetration to your moves. Some people use a sweep penetration to a single. Some guys will use an inside step for a double. Some guys use an outside step for a high crouch. Some guys use a cross step for something else. And some of them might do a piece of all 4 or 5, but some of them might do only 2. Okay, so that way there, I'm not wasting a whole hour and a half of practice going over an inside step and every single move off it. They're gonna be drilling their penetration into their position. So I tell them the position I want them into, double leg position. I don't care how you get there. We'll get together on that Friday. I'll help you do this. And this also gives your wrestler a chance to start thinking about his own strategy. What's my best way into my double leg position? You know, do I inside step? Do I double, knee drop more often and crawl? Do I hit it from an outside step and then end up here? Do I hit it from a fireman and then end up here? How do I get into my double leg position? What penetration step am I using? Okay? And I'll do the same for head inside. I'll just say, we're working into a head inside position. You figure out what's your best method to get yourself into here. Is it your sweep? That's fine. Most of the time it's going to be that. But I have some guys who do this. They start out way out here, and they do this far away, and then they do that. It's a weird step, but that's how they get into their head inside. They'll go from here almost and come here. Okay, so it's just, again, you got Muhammad Ali and Rocky Marciano in different ways, but how I'm going to get into that position, you work with that individually with your wrestler, but once practice is going, you don't have time. You waste so much time going through all those different penetrations. God, it takes hours to just show, So you go for that. Then, of course, we get into the 5th skill, which is lifting, and we try to do a lot of lifting, but some guys in your team never lift. So I'll go over the skill of lifting, because I think it's important because you've got to have all the other skills together. For me to lift more, I have to have position, head up, butt down, elbows in, knees bent. I need a motion. I need a level change. You know, I need a penetration. You know, so I got to put all these together just to, you know, lift him up in the air. So we do go over that in a sense where I have some guys who love to lift, okay? But they lift from everywhere. Some guys don't. But we'll talk about lifting from the positions you lift in. Here, talk about lifting. Stance, motion, level change, lift. Okay? Talk about it. Some guys are into this now. They get here, and their lifters here. Stance, motion, level change, boom. And they're good flingers. And some of my guys are heel block. Now the same thing. Stance, motion, level change, lift. The claw, you know, same thing. They do a lot of lifting from here. So again, teach the skill. Now, when you put it into practice, you say, okay, let's do your lifting skill. Then some guys are going to be over there like this, lifting. Because the only time they lift somebody might be from their knees. Some guys that don't practice this the whole time because they love doing this when they're on the top. Somebody over there is doing it from here. Because this is where he always likes to lift. So they're practicing the lifting skill, but again, we're all doing it out of different positions. Okay. Now you're getting probably I'm probably doing to you what I do to my wrestlers. I'm probably pounding it through. But now you get to pick up the skills, and then of course you go through the arch and turn, back step, same principle. Teach them the arch and turn, teach them the back step, go to the drill stood. Now go over and say, okay, use your back step. Some guy does it in a headlock. Some guy does it in a throw. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think the other part, before we move off of skills, is add skills of your own. Start adding skills that fit your system. Say a Turk. So what we'll do is have a guy lay on his side. We'll start off, you know, in this type of position, and then I'll go over a Turk, saying, okay, well, Turk position, we're going to come in, we're going to put our heel in first, okay? We're going to scoop the leg as high as we can. We're going to put the hips down as flat. We're going to be in that head up, butt down, hips are down, elbows in position the whole time. We're going to have a wide base with our legs so that we can't get room. And then we're going to attack, you know, at the neck area, not choking, but underneath the chin, and grab at the back. Our foot's going to be up in the air, and this is our Turk position. You know, you can always come to the foot if you want. But this here, if you're having trouble, if the guy's hiding his face, you know, like they do, then we reach in, grab the forehead, pull it back, come right back to this chin area, get underneath, and we do the underneath the chin so he can't push my hand. Try to push the elbow off, he sort of puts himself, but we just feel it's better than here. Okay, so that's the Turk position. Now we'll talk about all the things down here if he starts, you know, the number one thing about him, you know, scooting up there. We might have to pinch, you know, for a while. We might have to hold him back here from squirming. He might hide his face real well. We have to like dig into this, you know, neck area, you know, type of situation, and then come back. We might, you know, there's a lot of details there you can get into with your wrestlers on the perfect position you want them in a Turk. Okay? Once we sort of, everybody on the team has a good feel of what that skill is, now I can go back and say, okay, Turks, because my 18-pounder gets into I'll just go from the referee's position. A lot of my lightweights, they come and do this. The guy does switching type of stuff, and boom, they're right into their Turk. They do a lot from here. You know, my middleweights, they start, guy stands up, you know, they get into here, and they lift and turn, and boom, they're into their Turks, you know, from there. And then you got some guys that, tall guys that, you know, they might not even lift, but they drive, you know, and they get into their Turks, sort of from here, okay? And then I got some guys that are great with Turks off of double legs, you know? They're in here, every time they double leg somebody, they Turk, you know? They come up and they're going to do all the same stuff, but again, I'm not practicing a Turk from a lifting position when my 90-pounder's never probably going to do it from there. So do the skill, do it hard, hit the skill real detailed. Sort of get to know every nook and cranny of the skill, and then once practice is going on, okay, Turks, go over your Turks, boom. Again, different people, all doing Turks from different positions, okay? And the Turks is a big thing with us. We always try to, because you can do it from everywhere. It's a skill that I think it's a good one to try to really get, because you can use it from top, bottom, neutral, takedown, this and that. Sweep. Put a sweep as one of our sort of major skills to, along with learning how to sweep somebody, because it's so essential with the leg in the air. You know, whether I bring it to this side or to this side, is learning how to do this. Being able to do that simple, motion where you know, that's sweeping motion. You know, step, block, or step, kick, step, block. So we learn to go over that almost daily, learning how to foot sweep. Now, we don't, not many guys on my team do it great from, here, but we'll practice from that a little bit just to give them a general idea of it, or we'll practice it from, over and under where you do things and learn how to, not just because what I like to learn here is that if you do miss, there's no weight and stuff like that. But the main reason why we do a sweep is because here, once we get a leg in the middle, after I'll go over this with positioning, our first move is boom, get it up, position, motion, and then I'm gonna start sweeping. I'm grabbing this or whatever, I'm stepping, kicking, okay? Whether it's this foot or this foot, stepping, kick, and stepping, kick, stepping this way, kicking that one, sweeping that one, sweeping this way, sweeping that one. So getting that sweep, that foot sweep down is very, very important. Probably one of the biggest skills and probably the hardest to learn, especially with younger guys. They're going to do all this where they, the whole, where they're all stretched out, too far away, falling on their butt routine, okay? Thigh sweep, very important skill from behind, because when I coach my guys on is referees want easy calls. They don't like a tough call. If you bring a guy up, bring a guy down, if you don't do it, if this guy isn't landing on his thigh, right through here, or flat on his belly, and he's any good, boom, he'll start hitting second moves on it. I have a couple lightweights that you pick them up in the air, if they can touch their fingers or their toe on the mat before they hit, they're gone. Because you do they like if I would, pick him up and he could touch his hand, I could pick him up and just throw him down and boom. You're seeing that, I mean, you have guys that just, some of my guys on my team don't even fight hand control, because this is their position, right here. Go ahead, they try to pick them up or whatever, and boy, these guys are rapping, and all they want is that little touch. They can touch something before the mat, they're gone. So I had a 77-pounder who very, very good, and really worked on him, because he got in a lot of positions where in big matches, and I tell guys it's going to be 1-1. He shoots on you, you shoot on him. Someone's going to spin around, and that's it. And I'll tell you what, that's always, we're wrestling, tight match. Mark takes a shot, I'm blocking, I'm doing something. As I'm coming around, he's starting to stand up, and boom, here we are. Who gets the takedown here? Who makes the best finish? If I can lift him up, thigh sweep him, there's 2 seconds left. If I can bring him up in the air and do the side sweep hit, boom, he lands there, the referee looks and sees it, 2, and he feels good, and the match is over, and he's 2, that was 2. Wasn't even a decision, loves easy calls. But the same scenario, he shoots, it's 3 seconds left, let me get out. I'll get all the way behind him. There's the out of bounds I pick him up, he rolls, I do this, we're doing this, he keeps going. And all of a sudden, referee, even if I was almost taking him down, referee, oh, both line up, both line up. I'm not making that call. You're not gonna let me make a call with 2 seconds left in the national finals where both men are still rolling. That's why our principal tell my guys, never give a ref an easy call. Make every single call tough. Every time you think you're on your way down, make them look like you're on your way out. And roll, move. By the time you get to the edge of that mat, he's even confused because all of a sudden he sees this and they go, and they love doing that because it gives them the hook off. But when you nail that thing, and it's a simple drill, and we drill it a lot. In fact, Hasselberg won his first national title on that very skill. Couple seconds left, holds your chin, bends around, lifts him up, puts him down, 2 seconds left, boom, take down, and we had a kid from Russell West Liberty's national championship, Brian Davis. I mean, we had matches with him, with our kid. When he would win, it would be on that move like 2 or 3 different times. 1-to-1, last shot, 2 seconds left. He's in that position. Is he gonna nail that skill? Is he gonna nail that thigh sweep? And what's great about the sweeps, and especially this one, is I have to put about 6 skills together here to do this right. I gotta have stands, motion obviously, level change, lift, then I gotta be able to sweep with my thigh, land with a double knee drop. Because if you sort of go down with them, and your head goes down, if you break that first skill about head up, and you start doing this stuff, even if you thigh sweep, and I start doing this stuff, and he's doing things, and I gotta do things, and it really, clouds the issue on who got to take that. So that's where that skill, double knee drop, really comes in handy. So you're actually in a position where you have to, step, all this kind of stuff, and then step, sweep, and land. And it's moving around, step, sweep, here, and you get used to doing that. And we do other things from there if the match isn't on the line. But to be able to motion, level change, all the penetration, the lift, sweep, here. That ref, there's no doubt here. These two. Now we do what we call a hook from here, where if we have time left in the match, I want him to hit there. Or this is what we do. We come right here, we try to pull him back. He starts struggling. If we can get him back, we'll pin him. If not, we let him go to your belly, block here, and then our pin combination up there. So we have three moves that we try to do from behind. We call that the hook. We got the claw. We got the bomb. And the bomb is another one where we lift, pull the guy, from up here, into this position where we just want him to land on his butt, even in this type of position. So where we can try to jerk. If we can get this, great. If not, then we go back to block here. Here he keeps struggling. Go on blocking. Knee to the head. He's struggling. Come back. Hook. Pull. 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 Hips now are the key. Boom. Come under. So while a lot of times you can catch back points off it, fine. Sometimes just 90% of the time it's that pivotal situation of nailing it with seconds left in the match. So we'll do that drill where the guy shoots, I spin. As I'm spinning, he's coming up. A couple seconds left on the clock. Can I nail the skill? He's trying to roll, switch, make a hard call from the referee. I'm trying to make it so that so that when I do this, that referee, sees it and he understands. Okay, so I want to make it the perfect skill where I'm lifting, sweep, coming up here, no doubt, and he wants to make it cloudy issue. He wants a cloudy issue. Okay. When we concentrate on those skills, like